My name's Amelia Holmes. I'm from Australia. I'm from a little rural town called Warwick. I grew up on a farm in Queensland. I moved to Edinburgh in September last year to study a Masters in Ecological Economics. I'm 29 years old. I have Scottish heritage, so my dad's side is from the Cameron clan, and I've lived in Scotland twice, and it's very dear to my heart. It seemed like a really good opportunity to connect with like-minded people. I think rural issues get ignored a lot. It just seemed like a really open-minded space to kind of creatively come up with solutions around those issues. Rural means to me connection to land. It means community. It means a space where you can be yourself, I think. I've never felt more myself than when I felt seen and known by a community, my rural community. It's so wild in the best way. I think there's not many places left on earth that you feel so connected to the sky and the water and the nature. And I think you can feel that from the people as well, and that's a really beautiful thing. A few things have come up. I really like the ideas around creative communal spaces. I think that's really beautiful. As an environmentalist, I think community gardens and shared food cooperatives, that sort of space is really exciting. That's probably the biggest thing for me. Instead of putting the impetus on young people, inviting them to a space that feels safe and asking them how they would feel safe to express their ideas. I think that's the first step. Starting from a really young age, not ever putting kids down for having really crazy ideas or for sort of saying it how it is. I think that's a really powerful thing kids have, is that they just see something and they're not necessarily socialized a certain way or whatever, and they just say, oh, that's a bit silly. And I think that's really powerful, and harnessing that and respecting kids and their ideas from a young age, and I think fostering that as they get older. It's so important. I think it's the essence of everything, really. I mean, personally, I just think it's so important to have not just diversity of backgrounds and things like that, but just ways of thinking and ways of solving problems. And like, you know, some people are much more comfortable with odd ideas and crazy ideas, and some people are very practical, and I think having a mix of those things is where you get magic sort of happening. Mainly because there's not enough of these things happening. So the ones that are happening and doing a good job, I mean, it's the most efficient way to get change happening is spotting a good thing, which is this program, and flying with it and just giving it the resources they need and giving it the trust that it needs to keep doing good things, and bringing people together that have so much passion and so much ability to change things for the long term. Probably not. The main reason is because I'm from a place much further away from here. I think Hoy and where I live in Australia is probably the furthest the furthest land masses on the planet. But I think I would move somewhere like this. I definitely would, because the connection to land is so strong and the connection to people is so strong. And I think Hoy as a place to have archaeological, historical, natural gems embedded is really special. Yeah.